I'm back again for the third video in this series on this 2008 Pontiac G6 with the 4-cylinder engine, automatic transmission, has about 83,000 miles. First I did the front brakes, the valve cover gasket. I'll be working on the TPMS. But the other problem I had is when I picked this car up, it's my son's girlfriend's car, the turn signal indicator wasn't working correctly. I was kind of doing the old man thing where you were driving down the road and the turn signal was going the whole time. What I found out was when I had made the right turn out of the parking lot, I drove a couple of miles and happened to notice that the right turn signal was still on. Now, granted, I did have Led Zeppelin up pretty high, so I couldn't hear the ticking, and I wasn't paying attention to the light, so I thought, oh, no problem, my hand probably hit it when I made my turn. Went down the road a little bit, turned it off, put it back in neutral, in the neutral position, and made a left turn. Wasn't paying attention. Once again, 2 or 3 miles down the road, found the turn signal on. Now, don't tell my kids, because they're never going to let me live this down. Dad, you're driving like an old man. Can't you pay attention? Make your turn. Make your turn. So, what I discovered was, this is a common problem, the mechanism inside this switch wears out. And I saw a YouTube video, I'm sorry I can't give credit to who it was, I've forgotten, but they took it apart and there's a little strip, it looks almost like copper inside, and it wears out, so it doesn't return to the neutral position. Here's what I do like about this. At first I thought, oh man, I'm going to have to pull the steering wheel, get to the clock spring, blah, blah, blah. Well, with a little research I found out this is plug and play. Wow, GM, you actually did something very nicely. It's a plug and play. It's a $40 part. I got it at Napa Auto Parts, and for me here in North Carolina, 7.5% sales tax. Well, because I get a AAA discount of 7%, it pretty much comes out even. So it was like $40, and it was made by Eklund. You can get a Dorman, you can get an Eklund, maybe even Airtex. But I went ahead and got this particular switch, and I'm going to dismantle this area right here. Right here, you've got to separate that cover. Now, before you start on any of this, word of caution. You know, that's an airbag up here. That's an airbag. I don't play near stuff like that unless I know that airbag is de-energized. So the first thing I did is I took the negative terminal off the battery, and I believe you can leave it off 5 minutes or so, and then go back in there and start working on this. But I'm double paranoid, I guess. I went ahead and took the positive cable off also. Well, it's a good thing that I looked at the battery. There's another job I have. I mean, there was so much corrosion. It was 1 inch thick on the positive battery cable. So I'm having to clean that anyway. What the heck. But I want to make absolutely sure I don't have anything energized when I start getting near this airbag. At the very least, it can hurt you. At the worst, it can kill you. So I have a tendency just to go ahead and make sure that nothing's going to happen. Now, there are screws, and they're, ouch, excuse me, 7mm on the bottom of the cover. You can see right there, and I've already removed those in each of these recesses. 7mm screws. I took those out, and now I'm going to try and separate this cover. Of course, I'm dealing with a car with a dark interior. So in order to separate this, you see where the separation is now? I put my finger here and my finger here and gently pulled. And separate a little bit. Now I'm going to work on the other side to see if I can't get the bottom half to drop off. Word of caution, you don't want to go working on these plastic pieces for anything less than, say, 50 degrees. Whoops, I have a text. Less than 50 degrees. Because it'll break plastic. So I've warmed up my garage to about 53. Let me go check on that text and separate this, and I'll be back. Right, that was easier than I thought. All I had to do was, let me get it back up in position, is just pop it apart here and here, pull down on it a little bit, and you hear it go pop, and it'll drop down, and you've got your, you can move your steering wheel up and down. I've got the handle disengaged, so I'm going to take that off right here. Well, I think I'm going to get it off. Let's try the other hand. Let's see if I can get it Well, trying to do this stuff one-handed is a bear. I need an assistant. So trying to... All right, let me work this and show you again. All right, nuts on that idea. It's not necessary because everything that I need to get to is right up here. And I mean, I can get it, but it's just little pegs there. So let's go up here. Now I've lifted the top part of the cover and kind of put my a heavy object there. As you can see, there's my drill. And what I need to get to, there are two connectors, two electrical connectors, one here, and then there's a tab right here that you have to push down on, and one on the bottom you have to push down on. So what I will probably do is put my small pocket screwdriver in one of these areas here, stick it in there to keep that tab down, and then take the other one and it pops right out. So let me take these connectors off. Again, remember the battery's disconnected, so you're not going to short anything out. Alright, so here's what I did. This connector here, you push the tab here, and I took a screwdriver and very delicately worked it out. This one here, I put a pick right here, and I was telling you about, you know, cold weather, and that tab, there's a tab there. I've got it partially out. See the tab? I pushed on there and took a screwdriver and delicately worked it this way. So now you'll see that it will pop out. Alright. Then the switch itself should just pop right out. Now there's some screws in it, but you don't do the screws. That keeps the casing together. Now, I told you about the tab. There's the one tab there. I'm going to put my pocket screwdriver in there, and then my pick up here and gently pull this out. So you have to push it that way. It'll go up that way. Alright, so I have it part of the way out. So if you can see, there's a little, you reach the other side. Here's the tab on the top, and I put the screwdriver, or you can push it from here, but I went ahead and wedged the screwdriver in there on the bottom, and here I used my pick and pushed it down. And there's another one on the bottom. Now all I have to do, slide it straight out. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm going to get the new one and replace it. So I compared the old part with the new part. See, there it is. I haven't pushed it in quite all the way yet. Made sure that all the indicators were the same. You know, turn signal, left and right, auto, on, headlight, all those nice markings. Make sure those are all correct. And it looks the same. Again, the advantage of this, there are many different models of GM cars that this style will fit. I think there are Malibus and an Aura and some others that I saw. So it's in. Let's see if I can do it left-handed here. There we go. That's the bottom one. And it'll click in there. There's the top one, clicked in. Now I put the cover on, and I should be done. Part number. Let me get you the part number off the box. Let me go ahead and snap this back together. I mean, it's just easy peasy. Let me snap her back together, and I'll get you the part number. Alright, everything's hooked back up. I've got power. Now I do have a check engine light, but that's because I've disconnected the battery, and I'll reset the codes. I've got my nice little meter that I can do that. But let's just check. Alright, so I should have headlights. Headlights. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's do a left turn signal. Turn the steering wheel a little bit. Turn it back. It cancels. Right. It cancels. There we go. So there's the excuse me, auto. I guess those that are daytime running lights maybe. There's the auto. There's the full beams. Excuse me. I got swallowed a bug. Alright, and then we'll turn everything off. And there we go. And like I say, I'll reset the codes. Since I tinkered with everything, it's probably because I tinkered with stuff. And I'll step out and tell you what the part number was. Napa Eklund Engine Management Products. Part number DL6740. Switch commutator interrupter. So that was it. About 40 bucks for that. And had I not been doing a video, probably would have been 20 minutes. So I'll end this one. This was a short one. And thanks for listening. There we go. I've got to, like I say, put the tires on this thing, back it out, brakes are done, and one more thing is the TPMS. So again, I'll check tire pressures there, and if it's not the tire pressures, including the spare, don't forget your spare, then it's probably at least one of the units. So bidding you farewell from a cool North Carolina here in January of 2018. I'll fix your car, but it won't go far.